This week on Perspectives with Eric Reynolds, a very special guest and civil rights activist. She was actually on the scene at the Lorraine Motel when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. Eric is here this morning to give us some more insight on Perspectives with Eric Reynolds, airing tomorrow. Good morning to you.
Good to see you.
What a story. Wow.
This is one of the most powerful stories to me because I've known her for years, had never been aware that she was there, and she was a college student at the time. This happened 55 years ago on April 4th. Dr. King was assassinated in Memphis, and had been around her for years in different capacities that she was in. Had never heard the story, and then I happened to hear it like on CNN or BBC or something like that. I said, that's Who Lives in Mobile. And so immediately wanted to get that story and share her story because at one of the most, I guess you could say, traumatic as well as dramatic moments in our nation's history, Dr. King's assassination, she was there. And she was also there for the reason why he was in Memphis, for the sanitation workers strike. And he did his famous mountaintop speech at the Church of God in Christ Mason Memorial there, and she was there as well, part of students being active in protesting what was going on at that time. So she has an incredible legacy that she is leaving to all of us.
So on tomorrow's program, does she take you back to that day years ago?
Yes.
Wow.
She walks us through what she experienced that weekend, some of the things that were going on with her family, and how she ended up being there at the motel when this happened. But she talks about the speech, and that night was a very rainy, stormy night. Loud thunder and lightning at the church when Dr. King gave that speech. So she shares and sets a tone for us on that, the expectation of people and what was going on within those protesters who were protesting the city for higher wages for the sanitation workers. And so you've probably seen those placards, the men walking holding "I am a man." That was the setting for that. And so she was there to support that effort. And then that tragic day, she was literally on the ground there and tried to comfort Dr. King in his final moments of life. Yeah.
What a story I'm sure she has to tell. I can't wait to hear it tomorrow. It's just when you hear these conversations, you just learn more about our history. And that's what Perspectives is all about, and that's what tomorrow is all about. If you do want to join in to that conversation, Eric, how can we listen in?
Please join us tomorrow morning right here at 9 on Fox 10. And of course, if you can't be here at 9 a.m., we will have it loaded up for you on our website as well as our YouTube channel, to be able to see the interview, because she also talks about the things that sort of impacted her from being there to where most of her life she was in giving service to the community. She was very active in the operation of Dumas Wesley Center for years.
And what's her name?
Yeah. Clara Ester.
Clara Ester. We can't wait to hear Clara's story tomorrow and how she has used that impactful weekend and that impactful moment to make our nation just a little bit better. And so you can watch that tomorrow morning with Eric at 9. Eric, thank you so much for joining us on Studio 10.